EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Tennessee Titans. Set for what should be a tussle here in England, the Ravens and Titans underway from London.
Real quick.
Right to the air is Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. Jackson now. They'll try and lay this out for Chosen. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
On first down, Willis. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
A great job there, and that old cliche, take it where the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Titans in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Willis wants to pass it again. Nowhere to go. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on them, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here's Jackson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll drop to throw. Looking right side, and he's got him in. That's Robinson. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But when the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw, here's Willis. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Willis looking to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Traylon Burks, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. You look at this Baltimore defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. Give him 18 on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Willis will look to throw it. And he fires one incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10.
Cut my team. Cut. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Panther 11. Panther 11. 18 Rangers. 18 Rangers.
Willis to throw once more. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Third down, it's Willis. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown! Traylon Burks, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ballgame as they come up 1st and 10. We've seen that before. Jeffrey Simmons making a stop behind the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Second down and a run by Robinson. They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. This defense for the Titans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one to the former Robbie Anderson, now Robbie Chosen. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Here's Jordan Stout now.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taken in at the 22.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rush, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10. They'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big game there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Tag! Tap the 60, tap 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, Mustang 19.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. Going deep for Hopkins. That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down.
Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
We changed it. Hey, report.
Jackson. He's going to drop this under. And it's a fumble. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 and second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. That's going deep for Bateman. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Willis.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
This is taken at the 10. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Ravens will take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if there he goes, left side. He's on his way. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 79 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying the crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy's simply sensational.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Second down, Willis looks to throw here. Throw here, taken in by Riley, the tight end. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Willis. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Fielded at the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That'll be caught. It's Rager. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and
They couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Second and goal from inside the 5. Eckler is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Willis on 3rd and goal. Out to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. They begin the drive with Robinson. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing is Jackson. Rashad Bateman. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. With these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Check it in, check it. 65.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Go.
It's Eckler again. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Play fake. Here's Willis. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Good play there by Bateman. Nice catch and a first down. Trying to overcome what was largely a lost season in 2022 with only 6 games played and under 300 yards. Hoping this year can be a big one for him.
And he'll be pretty well stopped at his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now 2nd and 9.
To throw is Jackson.
That's going deep for Bateman.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
11 more on that one, and another first down.
Running lanes were a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back to Robinson now on first down. Now he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They go play action with Jackson. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
Robinson will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. So this game tied at the half, and we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Meanwhile, Willis' throw pulled in by Hopkins.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
79 Broncos. 19 Lions.
Now from the gun, here's Willis.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Again, it's Willis to throw it. He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans at a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Willis looks to pass it here.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Lions. Mustang 19. Warriors 17. Rig alert. Rig alert.
Willis will look to pass again here.
Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Hey, hey. 13.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got a man, complete. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Change it.
This time Jackson will throw it.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Jackson. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Justin Tucker on for a field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Ronald Darby. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
On 2nd down, Jackson. It's caught. Beckham. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
25-yard line.
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Hurt. 79 Broncos. 19 Lions.
Willis to throw on second. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
7 Pirates. 18. Trap 60.
3rd and 2, Willis. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
4 yards on the pickup.
Willis will look to throw it.
At the 41-yard line.
Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
3rd down, it's Willis. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now they'll change things around before the snap. 1st and 10, Willis.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Street, 19 tight, Cup 19.
Willis.
His throw incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here.
70 Rangers. Panther 11.
Right back to the air with Willis.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
18, check smash. 79 Broncos.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now Willis on 1st and 10.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Willis
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
18, Pioneer. Ready.
2nd down throw coming by Willis.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this to Eckler. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Three. Panther streak.
Throwing, Willis.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
60 average.
Now Willis.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Here's 1st and goal.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Malik Willis
scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Report. Hey, middle. Over here.
Jackson to throw.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's first and 10.
Mustang 19. Riggs. Warriors 70. 70 Lions.
Here's Willis. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Go street. Dragon 60. Buffalo 18.
Willis to throw. He's got Eckler finding room at midfield.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Cup 19. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Now Folk for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So with 40 seconds left, we'll see the onside kick. If they've ever needed one to go their way, it's now. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
20! Now he's into the clear again. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is now 13.
Next to score, Ravens 37, Titans 24. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. To the air on 1st down. Here's Willis. He's going to let it fly. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Folk connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The clock showing 19 seconds to go. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They still
It's Week 17 of the National Football.
two-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. And the Rams ready to go to work, and they will be led by the rookie, a man with some experience playing in big games, the fourth-rounder from Georgia, Stetson Bennett.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers will knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. How easy eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver.
Bennett now on second down. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Bennett now. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's taken to the 26. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
The Giants ready to go now on offense, and under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
Playing for his Giants career, Jones' best season as a starter didn't come with huge numbers as a passer. He was just the guy his team needed him to be, someone who could threaten the defense throwing it, and especially as a runner.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
The Giants at 13-2 on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
You talk about this Rams defense.
And they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, this defense for the Giants very strong in that victory a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Kayvon Thibodeau
racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. In motion, right one of the tight ends.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
Here's Ethan Evans now.
first kick 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at the 33. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, this team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Mond. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Rams will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And running with power here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll go again here with Akers. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there.
There he goes, left side. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 7-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Now they'll look to throw with Bennett. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows of throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Bennett. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Stetson Bennett, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Blue striker.
Mond looks to throw. And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to the air, Mond. And that one complete to Hodgins. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
97, flag blue. Field, black.
Third down from the gun, it's Mond. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You talk about this Rams defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because
Lamont fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. The pocket collapsed. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second and look at.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Ready.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds. And that'll be the final play of this first quarter. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. On second down, here's Pierce. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Bond's going to keep this himself. And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a bat.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Giants are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. And Bennett will look to throw. And this is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Throwing on first down, Bennett.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
And Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Looking to throw here. Bennett. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss.
On first down, here's Mon. Hyatt has got it.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 30 yards there.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. He'll find Hodgins there complete.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
On 2nd down, Mon. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Ready. 6. Mega. Hey, blue. Clock 10. Needle blue. Hut.
Bond going to throw it. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do, but let's face it. You know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive,
and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
the goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Ready, set.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
Yellow. Hustle, hustle.
2nd and 10, Mon. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
That one finds Howard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him. And we'll step aside for a moment. Mon looks to throw on 1st down. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. In motion goes the tight end.
Green jack.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Isaiah Hodgins, a 20-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive, and there's the running back, Cam Akers. He's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Red. Set.
They go play action here. Mon.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Giants.
Isaiah Hodgins
With his second touchdown here in this first half.
and the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. In the second quarter and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. Staying on his feet. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Bennett to the air on 1st and 10. Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
To throw is Bennett.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. It's Bennett going to have another throw here. Open right side, complete to Rager.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen.
Touchdown, Rams!
Cam Akers.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Rams are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that trims the lead down to 9.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Bond now off of play action. Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown!
Darius Slayton
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll get you down the coastal. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Hurry!
Now Mon. He's got his man. It's Pierce. So the completion good for just 3. And it makes it third down and 2 yards to go.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Mon looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can not afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Here's Mon. They're going for it. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Giants first down. It'll wind up being a gain of 5 there on 4th and 2. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Flush to his right. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's go!
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Triple 38. Ready.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And now off to the races down the right side. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here's Mon. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too. Because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Again, it's Robinson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mon throwing on 2nd down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Throwing here on 3rd, Bennett. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Here comes the Rams punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's 2nd and 7. Robinson now off the option. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to be set up down around 15-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations than 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
From the gun, here's Mon. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
White. Drill green.
A 2nd down throw now from Mon.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Isaiah Hodgins.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Giants extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First down, Los Angeles.
Throwing on 1st down, Bennett.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Dexter Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Bennett now.
Shakes off the sack. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Bennett with a 3rd and long. Pass complete there to Nakua.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
They'll go for it. Here's Bennett.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Pierce now up the middle.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
77 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Another carry for Pierce. He'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Off the play fake, Mon. He's got his target. That's complete.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he's brought down. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Again, it's Pierce.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Dameon Pierce. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th.
Gano the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. First and 10, here's Bennett.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
13 yards. And the Rams first down.
Bennett now to throw.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Dexter Lawrence getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Looking to throw here, Bennett. This ball complete to Rager.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Kayvon Thibodeau
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Bennett. Look at the big man rumble.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
First down, Los Angeles.
On 1st and 10, Bennett.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
2nd and 9 from the 44. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 94 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. And they'll go right back to Pierce.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Andrew Booth making the tackle. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jets, they continue to show they'll be a tough out in the playoffs as they move to 14-2 on the year.